Hey guys, welcome. So, the shift into their dimension of reality. So contact is really about making the shift into their dimension. I think this is a really important piece of the puzzle. The idea that it's not so much about inviting them into our reality, but we're actually going through a shift of consciousness into what I often call fourth density. Some people call the fifth dimension. And it's really the expansion into our awakened state, our multidimensional state. One way of looking at this is it's perhaps not exactly how it is scientifically, perhaps it is, I'm not quite sure exactly, but it's a good sort of framework for it. The idea that kind of our crown chakra, this energy center up here, is kind of our God self. Our third eye chakra is like our galactic self. Our throat chakra is like the oversoul, like our soul family who have all got the same mission here on Earth at the same time and in other dimensions and planets probably. Our soul consciousness, our consciousness of our heart chakra, our human consciousness, our consciousness of our solar plexus, our animal consciousness, the consciousness of our sacral chakra, and our kind of primeval, just pure consciousness, like of the rock dimension, our immaterial consciousness, or our I don't know what it is. It's a rock. To stuff like that. So this is the awakening. We're awakening all our chakras. We're awakening into this higher state of consciousness, and we're embodying all dimensions of ourselves. It's not just about awakening our God consciousness and resting in like bliss and unity consciousness for all eternity. It's about awakening our galactic consciousness, our connection to our oversoul, our connection to our soul, as well as like fully embodying our human self, our animal self, and our pure primordial consciousness. And so when we shift into this dimension, when we go through this shift into fifth dimensional reality, into fourth density consciousness, which all humans are going through to varying degrees at present as we go through this shift on Earth, we're becoming multidimensional entities, and we're awakening all these levels of consciousness within ourselves. And from this perspective, we can connect not only to our human self, not only to this part of us that's like feels like we're a separate individual walking around on a separate planet, but we're connecting to our soul consciousness, we're connecting to the oversoul, our galactic family, we're connecting to the galactic consciousness, because ultimately we are the galaxy, our consciousness is the galaxy, we are not separate, this is all us and our God self. And from here, we can then perceive in all these different dimensions of reality. We can perceive our soul counterparts, like Tahini of the Yahyel. He's a part of my actual soul. We can perceive our connections to our oversoul. We're going to start making connections on physical reality, because as we expand into these higher dimensions of reality, as we expand into the awareness that we have an oversoul with a mission, and we're all kind of on the same mission. Our oversoul is all beings, probably not just on Earth, but in other dimensions that are connected to, for example, like if you're watching this video, you're probably connected to an oversoul, connected to like connecting with higher dimensions, being part of first contact, bringing through information, bringing through wisdom, this kind of information. And so as you begin to realize and unlock this dimension of reality within yourself, you'll then begin to like manifest people from your oversoul, like soul family on Earth. And then you've got the galactic consciousness, where we're connecting really into this kind of multidimensional state, which is a lot of the guided visualization that I've done in the last two videos, and we'll be doing some more of, and we're connecting into our God self. So the shift into fourth density, into fifth dimensional reality, is the shift into this multi-dimensional aspect of ourselves, and we begin to experience like many dimensions of ourselves simultaneously. Like while I'm sat here now, I'm beginning to connect into these higher dimensions of reality, and like people who are very like clairvoyant, very psychic, very tuned into these dimensions. I've got a friend who kind of just gets downloads all days long, is constantly seeing visions, is constantly getting like auditory downloads, and it's kind of living already very multi-dimensional, very naturally. And like a lot of people, particularly part of our oversoul on this path, you guys watching this, we're going to have a lot of us. And if you haven't really begun to realize this aspect in yourself yet, don't worry, it's coming. A big part of this course and some of the meditations I've done, I'm going to be doing, are concerned with unlocking this. So hold on for the rest of the series. I'm going to be giving some guided meditations to begin to unlock these dimensions of reality within yourself. So this is the shift to fourth density. This is the shift to the fifth dimension. So the reason I use the term fourth density is because it's more accurate than the fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is non-physical consciousness. So we're not actually shifting into the fifth dimension, because that would mean we're leaving behind our physical bodies and we're becoming beings of pure consciousness that can just like instantaneously manifest and create any reality we wish. That's not where we're going. We're shifting into a dimension of reality where we fully embody our fifth dimensional consciousness in but still have we're still kind of contained and have the experience of having a physical body. And so this is known as fourth density. That's the term I use. It's a little bit more accurate. And so this is really a great expression of what is occurring as we're going through this shift. We're fully embodying fifth dimensional reality. We're fully embodying the higher dimensions of consciousness while still having a physical experience. So this is basically it. Like we're going to start experiencing, we're going to start having downloads, we're going to start being aware of other dimensions of reality. And so I think the reason why some people like see a lot of these shifts and some people don't is because they do kind of exist in these higher dimensions of reality, and it's actually requiring the opening up of our chakras, which isn't just really allowing us to see visions. It's allowing us to shift into a higher vibrational state where we become aware of the multidimensional nature of reality that always has existed around us, but we're just kind of awakening. The veil is lifting. We're becoming aware of the multidimensional reality that has always been here, and we're able to actually see like ETs. Like a lot of people are saying at the minute, they suddenly wake up in the middle of the night and they can see ETs stood at the end of the bed. And so this is the shift. It's not that they're just kind of imagining them or they're seeing visions. It's that their chakras are opening. They're becoming multidimensional in nature. We're becoming multidimensional in nature. And we can actually see dimensions of reality. We'll begin to see things like the fairies. We'll begin to receive auditory transmissions from the fairies. We'll become aware of angelic consciousness. You might kind of sense them around you, like a lot of the contact experiences I've had, like one in Peru. I suddenly woke up in the middle of the night and there was this intense energy there. I started almost like hyperventilating. There was all this energy in me. My heart chakra opened and I knew that ETs were in the room with me, but I couldn't see anything. And a lot of people had the same experience the same night. I did a live channeling the next day, and a lot of people saying they experienced that. And so this is the beginning of the becoming aware of other dimensions of reality that exist around us. People that are psychic, people that are clairvoyant, people that see ghosts, people that see ETs. And very often when we see the ETs in the skies around us, we're actually just becoming aware of our multidimensional nature. Our chakra bodies are awakening and we're becoming multidimensional consciousnesses as we shift into fourth density reality, and we're able to interact with interdimensional beings in these new dimensions of reality that have always existed around us, but we've just kind of been asleep. We've kind of been a slumber. The veil has been hiding these dimensions from us. So this is the shift into fourth density, into the fifth dimension, and this is what is necessary for us to experience interdimensional contact, because it's about shifting into their dimension. It's about being aware of the dimensions that are already around us, shifting our dimension, opening our higher faculties, and making the dimensional shift to fourth density, or what some people call the fifth dimension of reality. And when we exist as a multidimensional entity, when we awaken from the dream, when we awaken within the dream, we become aware of the whole reality that's always existed around us. And this is where we can begin to really have lots of interactions with the extraterrestrials. So peace, love, light, and Shiva.